This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Urellis Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is Urellis, and this is the sound of faith on fire.
We ain't just surviving, we reviving. From pain to prophecy, from chains to flame. This ain't the old us, this the remnant. And we came to get lit.
We woke up breathing through Babylon smoke. Still got fire in our bones when the system broke. We were sleeping, now we dreaming bold. Remnant rising, y'all story retold. Tears watered seeds they thought would die. But look now, we reaching sky. Fear had a grip, but we broke that script. Now we walk with power, hearts fully lit. No more dim, no more chill. We burning truth on every hill. Y'all call light, we said yes. Now we shine and shake the red. Get lit, let the fire shake ya. Feel that spark, y'all's breath gon' wake ya. No fear, no chain can break ya. We lit, we loud, no darkness fake us. Get lit, remnant just got born. Roaring bright like the break of dawn. We the light, y'all's people reborn.
Hands to the sky, let the spirit crash. From slave fields to concrete ash, through every lash, y'all kept the spark. Now it's wild, holy burning in the dark. We ain't just light, we blazing bold. It's that prophecy they tried to hold. Now we heal, speak, cast, and lift. This the season y'all's people shift.
You can't fake this flame. It's holy born like thunder rolling before the storm. Let the ruach rush and fear submit.
Y'all said shine, so we getting lit.
Get lit, get lit.
Zion's on fire.
Burn that doubt, go higher and higher. New heart, new walk, new desire.
Y'all's remnant lit, ignite the choir.
Get lit, get lit.
No shame, no quit. We the flame that fear can't hit.
Time to move, time to roar.
Y'all open the gate, we live forevermore. To every dry soul, get lit. To the ones who forgot who they are, get lit. To the broken, the chosen, the long awaited, y'all's flame is here. Don't miss it.
Shabbat Shalom, Shalom. Welcome back to Rooted in the Hebrew. My name is Mike. That was a conversation I had. I think it should be about a year, and it's the distraction. What the distraction that I speak of is based upon communications. Shabbat Shalom, Brother Robert. I'm glad you came in, brother. It's communications. And we're starting, well, I ain't gonna say we're starting. It has always been there. how they improved the world, that is, improved on its distraction. Now, we do know, Shabbat Shalom, Brother Earl. I'm glad you stepped in, brother. The world has improved on distracting the world. And I know y'all brothers you're going to hear, truth be told, there's always a hidden agenda. And that is absolutely true. It is a hidden agenda that the world needs to keep the world preoccupied with any and every other thing except you, us. They need us really, truthfully. What is it? I am sorry. I can. What is that? I mean, I can. I'm Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. I don't want to mess up your name. Amelia, Shabbat Shalom. But brothers, this distraction that we are witnessing, if you go back to plain ordinary telephone, hold on for just for a moment. I'm sorry about that, brothers. I'm back. I had to take that phone call. But what I was saying was this, is that in this world in which we live in, we have so much preoccupation, things that can keep us mentally, physically, occupied. There's a pro, but there's a lot of cons to it. There's a lot of cons. There is a lot of cons to the distraction that we are witnessing right as we speak. And a person, individually speaking, can make his or her own choice as to what they want to occupy themselves with. Those that are paying attention, shalom, shalom, Brother Kenneth. I'm glad you came in. Now, brother, you know what? Let me just step away just for a moment. Brother Earl, I was in North Carolina, and I was thinking to myself, I was going to head out Sunday from North Carolina, and I had another site to do in Arkansas. Wait a minute. Hold on, brother. Oh, yeah, you know what? It's going to be a lot, truthfully, with this weather, because I was up under the assumption I was going to leave out Sunday. I'm going to tell you now, when I say communication, I'm going to break this back down. The distraction, it all started with communications. Now, that's one thing it did. Now, we take communication, which we also knows that we need communications, period. So now, but there's a different communication that each and every last one of us has with this awakening, and that is the communication with the Most High. When you feel in your spirit, you know, something told me to do this or something told me to do that, brothers and sisters, We need to start recognizing that communication more than anything outside of this world. Well, within this world, rather. Because now the Most High is speaking to his people. And when you're thinking, something told me, brothers, sit back, listen. Start to recognize his voice. Start to be more obedient to it. It could be some of the smallest things, brothers. It could be some of the smallest things. And now, like I was saying, I was up under the assumption I was going to leave out from North Carolina and drive 700 miles to another site. But then something was telling me, no, you need to leave out at least by Thursday. Brothers, and just as soon as I was like, all right, I think I'm going to do that. I didn't know anything about a storm coming through, truthfully, because I don't watch TV and the news like that. Then I was just flipping through. I was going through my channel. Then this stuff pops up, top of some storm. And then I looked at the path of the storm. I said, man, please. And North Carolina, brothers, I did not want to get caught there in the mountains, talking about coming down a hill. Oh, well, not a hill, a mountain. And so, yeah, you're right, Brother Earl. They're talking about power outages and everything. But brothers, but listening to the Most High, I got up out of there. I left out Thursday morning. It was like a 13-hour trip, 14. And so what had happened, I got to my destination, got into the hotel and everything of that nature. But the fact that I listened, because I did not want to get caught up in that traffic, was, I mean, some years ago. And I learned, I'm going to call it the hard way, but it was a saving way. My son was like maybe 5 years old. And I said, well, you know what, we're going to take a trip down south. And I'm leaving from Chicago. So my son was in the front seat. I had some glass blocks that I was taking down to my house down there, and I was going to install these glass blocks. And there was it was a whole lot of them to it. I had my back seat, and that was a Tahoe at the time. I took out the third row, and I laid down the middle row. And I stacked all those glass blocks up, and then plus my luggage. So I was on my way down south, right? So the weather, it was not snowing. But brothers, as I was driving, I'm going to tell you something. Paying attention to the Most High. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Angela. Paying attention to the Most High. It's life-saving. He'll cause you to see ahead. So what had happened, I was coming up on this bridge, and I looked to my left, and I seen an 18-wheeler, and I seen a couple of cars in the median. And I said, no, something ain't right. So I slowed my truck down. Brothers, I slowed my truck down to, 40 miles per hour. I had an 18-wheeler behind me. Brothers, and then my truck on this bridge was heading on this heading sideways. I was no longer, my whole truck just shifted. And the side of the truck, the driver's side, was going down the road, sliding on the ice. And then when it got across the bridge, it's back on asphalt. Oh, that's when my truck was on two wheels. It was on the passenger side, two wheels was in the air. It was in the air. And my truck went all the way around. Now, mind you, my son was in the front seat. He was asleep. But when that truck tipped, my son woke up and said, whoa, and went right back to sleep. And so I'm saying to myself, oh man, this is going to be bad because I got all that glass block in the back of my truck. Let me tell you what the Most High did. The back wheel of my truck, the wheel itself came off the rim. The Most High set that bad booger back down. That's what he did. But now, this is the issue. I had an 18-wheeler come right behind me. Just so the state trooper was on the side of the road. He came and said, sir, I don't know how you came down, whatever situation may be. He said, I seen your truck on two wheels. He said, I could not believe it, but we got a problem. We need you to move real quick. Come on, back it up, because you ain't going nowhere. The back wheel tire came off the rim. Man, I bagged that bad book up. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I was kind of shaking and everything, but I managed to get it. He said, you're doing good. You're doing good. Back it up. Got it on the side of the road. 18-wheeler came through without an incident. That state trooper said, I have never seen anything like that. And I was thankful, because if that truck would have tilted all the way over, there's no telling about all the cuts that me and my son would have experienced. When I say the Most High sat it down, he sat it down. He sat it down. Communications, brothers. And you give glory what glory supposed to go. Because we all know that could have turned out what? Tipped over, rambled. And if the 18-wheeler, if my truck would have tilted over and where it, started crashing or whatever, the 18-wheeler was not going to stop. Because, well, he could try to stop, but the ice was not going to let him. Just imagine just how bad that situation could have been. I was like, nah. I got the tire fixed and guys came out. Let me tell you something, brother. They charged me about $200 to put my tire on the back of my truck. Hey, I was cool. I pulled over and got a hotel. I said, I'm going to wait for the sun to come up. And that's what I did. But I thought about my son being in that front seat with all that glass in the back. This communication, brothers, when it comes to all of the distractions, we really, truthfully, especially in the time of this end, with this awakening, it is so important that we listen to the Most High, because he's going to guide us. Some of the things that you may think that may be, I'm gonna brush it off. Now, brothers, don't brush it off. It could be something simple. Something simple can be saving your life right now. You may be sitting there, let me eat this or whatever, and you may have something come over and say, no, don't eat it. It could have a tad bit too much salt for you. Listen to those small things, brothers. The world got us caught up in this distraction, I tell you, and then we tend to brush it off. And then once we brush it off, you be like saying to yourself, man, I should have followed my first mind. Yeah, we always saying that. I should have followed my first mind. But the more we follow that first mind, brothers and sisters, the more the Most High will communicate with you. The stronger you're going to become. A lot of the distractions that we experience, you're going to start understanding, oh, I could put this nonsense over here, or I know I need to hold on to this here. We start to understand these things. That's what we do. This is what the Most High is doing with us. Now, granted, the Most High is talking to his people. He is talking to his people across the board. We need to listen. We need to listen more. Because don't get me wrong, brothers. There's a lot of stuff out there in the media that is absolutely unbelievable. This awakening, not only brothers and sisters are encouraging brothers and sisters, hey, stay on the path. The world is throwing this nonsense out there too. It is. And brothers, you may have individuals that may be what they call motivational speakers. And then you may see some stuff that comes on talking about you're going to receive so many millions of dollars in the year 2026. Brothers, the Most High said this: don't be anxious about nothing. That's what he said. Don't be anxious about nothing, but the world is going to come upon you. Yeah, Israel, you got a lot of brothers out there that's broke. You got a lot of brothers that are having difficult time, brothers and sisters. And and it would appear these motivational spiritual leaders, some of the things that you say you can relate to it, but do not let them push you into a situation where the Most High said, do not do this. And that is to be anxious. Of course, now, you know, if I had a few dollars, I can do this here or I can do that there. Yes, it's going to go through your mind. It's going to, and it's going to affect you. But my encouragement is this: take it with a grain of salt. If the Most High deemed it necessary that you get whatever you want to get, you're going to get it. It ain't going to be late. It ain't going to be on. It's not going to be late, and it's not going to be early. It's going to be at his discretion. It's a reason why we go through the things we go through. The world has improved on the phases of distraction. Now you're starting to see our people, you're starting to see the world is using our people more so for its fleshly desires. All on the internet, all on TV. And they got our people. Shalom, shalom, brother. Shabbat shalom, brother Dave. All just using our people to his own desires. Whatever the world, and like I said, brothers, Jacob, Yasserel, you the money makers. You are what the world wants to see. Whether it's good, bad, or downright demonically ugly, the world want to see it. They wants to see it. And the world knows. We got to have some black people in this here. They know. Whether it's something, let's say, good or bad, they got to have you in it. They got to have you in it. And brothers, when I was in North Carolina, I went, I was in the mountains and things. I went to some stores up there. Grocery store, expensive, man, please. But anyway, when I'm going to these stores now, it's brothers. I think I seen this brother and these two sisters. It seemed like they was all together. Those were the first blacks I seen there. And I was there for like 2 months. But when I went into these stores, and I'm looking at all of the Confederate flags and everything, bro, but all the music they were listening to was R&B, black people. Black people. This is what I'm hearing. And don't get me wrong, they look at you like you strange, like, what are you doing up here? One of the guys that we was working with, but one of the neighbors told him, hey, you want to be careful up here now. That's what he said to him. I'm like, bro. And truthfully, he's right. The guy was, he's correct. And I was telling me, brother, I said, look at, bro, when the sun starts to go down, we need to go down with it. It's just that simple to me. Do what you need to do in the daytime. Hey, get your stuff about it. Someone be bold. I said, teach his own. They'll stay up there all night long. And I ain't gonna say all night long, but at night. And now when it's brothers, when I say it's dark, they don't have street lights like they do in Chicago or any other city. I say, brothers, when it's dark, it's dark. But that was just my encouragement to brothers, until I got to a point, hey, it's time for me to leave this project, and I went to another. But the improvement of the distraction that we got to contend with, brothers, we got to start putting things in this proper place. This is what we need to do. Yeah, there's a lot of things. They're talking about this thing. First, it was but Trump will be in the news, period. If he's talking about an empire, yes. His empire right now, brothers and sisters, is the media. That's his empire. And it's getting that traffic. It's getting traffic. If you brothers and sisters think he's just the president, no, he's beyond that. He's that one that's yelling loud. He is that one that's going to come out of there making billions. That's him. He knows what things to say to get everybody riled up or engrossed in his conversation. Now, if he got, like, say for instance, another sinister plan, and he knows exactly how to keep people occupied, that's this world. If you want to keep people away from the real matters, brothers, they're going to have a major distraction. And they're already gearing themselves up. We, on the other hand, we need to be paying more than the usual attention to these days. We need to be encouraging one another. This is what we need to be doing. There's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of brothers out there preaching and teaching this, what are sisters. When we say chosen, we know exactly who we are. That's one thing we do, though. Now, within this chosen people, we all know you got some that are anointed, and there's a choosing, there's a chosen of a people, of this group of people, to serve in the Most High's, whatever position that the person may be serving in. This is what we are witnessing right now. When the Most High says, Yahushua said, rather, you must love your father deeply from your heart. You need to think about him daily. This is what we are encouraged to do. Now let's take that same statement that the Most High, Yahushua, said, and go back to church with that. Go back to church with it. We didn't do that. We read that scripture and it went in one ear and went out the other. Other scriptures, you must not be overeating. It went in one ear and went out the other. Came in one ear and out the other. Heavy drinking. Came in one, went out the other. It didn't hold weight with us. It didn't. We heard it, and life just went on. Well, now when you found out by means of communication, now this is that communication that popped in. What is this? Oh, popped in over the media. Oh, the black people, they are the Israelites. And now you come to understand that book is your history book. And once you start to take that mental truth Oh, no, 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 no. Now those scriptures holds weight because now you're reading about your history of your people. Now all of the small scriptures, they hold weight. They hold in a weight, brothers and sisters. Now it's something totally different. Now we understand why Yahushua said, do not be overeating, heavy drinking, and things of that nature. We see the results of that now. Truthfully, he explained it, but now we really understand, just like Yahushua, what the scripture says, that he learned obedience by means of the things he suffered. Brother, please, when we woke up, we already had suffering down to a science. We had that down to a science. But then we woke up. Oh, all of that mean, brother, it's just like a light goes off. And that light, it don't diminish. It does not diminish. You're holding on to something where you know for a fact it's talking about you. That's what we came to understand. Now, distraction, when it's dealing with the awakening of Israel, brothers, a lot of distractions always lead to scripture. This is a spiritual battle. That's what it is. You don't need, or the world from a world standpoint, you don't need that type of power. You don't need this type of movement, because due to the strength of their improvement of distraction, it affected us. It did. But it's not slowing down this awakening. That's one thing it's not doing. See, what was that? Martin Luther King? Yeah. Malcolm X, Medgar Evers. We can go down the line. And at that time, no. That was a line of communications that the world did not want to use as a distraction. Their speech, that is, what they was talking about, especially that of Malcolm X. They did not want that nor need it, because they knew the power of the so-called African American mindset. That was the rumble of the world. So in order to circumvent that, deletion had to be part of their sinister plan. And history shows. Who was that? There was another one. Well, there was a lot of them, truthfully, who did not feed into what the world was pushing out. We, at the early stages, then, I'm not going to necessarily say early stages, at that particular stage in life, Malcolm X and other speakers, people who was out there talking about, treat me like a grown man, treat me with respect. The world is not going to do that right down to this very day. The only respect we're going to get, brothers, is when the Most High said, it is enough. We understand there is a change that's literally happening. The world is seeing it. They're understanding it. And to a lot of them that sits in high places, they understand that. They say, hey, in the world, this is what the world is saying now, not me. They understand that there's a change in things. And this change, this is something that they cannot control. They cannot control. Now, what do you think these so-called powerful people What do you think their conversation is about? It's about you, Israel. And I ain't talking about the Rev 2939 people. But they have them twisted in to their system. Their system. Now, the ones that's sitting back off in the cut, that's us. That's us. It's a way that they got to try their best to muzzle our speech, our desire, our strength, our creator. This is what they're trying their best to do. They already went in and tried to change him, change Yahusha, and keep you in the dark. Now, they did that. We woke now. We woke. They can't stop that. All of the distractions, brothers and sisters. Now, with this storm, like Brother Earl was talking about, hey, yeah, electric. They're supposed to have some electrical problems and things of that nature. Brother, they was talking about that, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. And if they do, I mean, it's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen. Now, when they started talking about the storm, brothers, yeah, a lot of the stores, grocery stores, the shelves started going empty. They did. All the world knows how people move because the world studied the world. That's what they have always did that. And they're still doing it right down to this very day. We, on the other hand, people that's off in the cut, that are seeing what's really happening. What is absolutely really happening. They said the storm here, brothers. Now, this is what the media is saying. This is supposed to be like the storm of storms and things of that nature. I'm not trying to be out there in it. That's just me. I mean, from my bad experience, messing with ice and all that. I try to get situated because I know I'm not trying to go out there and unless it's an emergency or something. That's totally different. But outside of that, take the warning, do what I need you to do, and keep it moving. See what brothers talking about, call up some brothers I know and things of that nature. We and things of that nature. But brothers, sisters, we got to continue to maintain our own. We all reading in the same scriptures. We understand what's going on in this twisted world. That's one thing we do know. The world is not thinking nothing about us. Let me take that lie back. Because now, don't get me wrong, brothers. You're seeing more and more Gentiles are coming to the conclusion to who we are. And they're taking the scriptures for what it is. And they're not adding what's that thing? What do they call it? A spiritual sense. They took that out. And I'm talking about Gentiles. They took that out. They're dealing with reality of the scriptures. And the beauty of it is this, brothers. For you brothers and sisters that's into the apocryphers, that apocryphers explains a whole lot more than our book. They call themselves taking out books of our book, the Bible. That apocryphers, brothers, please. I mean, the Most High, he kept that there. And he knew, hey, the moment my people wake up, they go get a hold of that apocrypher and they go understand the missing parts of the books. And I mean, brothers, you got brothers and sisters tearing it up. They got them tearing it up. They're explaining things. And brothers and sisters, this is awakening. Whew. It's going to hit. It's going to hit the ceiling. Right now, it has not hit the ceiling. It has not. Now, you got Drewski and all the other people. I didn't see the skit that people are talking about. And the ones that was really upset at it was the church goers. That's the ones who's highly upset, were the people who go to church. But then at the same time, you got to ask yourself, wait a minute, hold on. If this man is doing a skit on preachers and what he's seen, and like majority of us seen in churches, and they're exposing some things that they should not be doing from a biblical standpoint, why are you getting upset? Brothers, I was saying this a couple of months ago. Anytime that you have a conversation about the scriptures and it gets heated, you got the devil in the middle. You got the devil in the middle. The Most High is allowing us to see these things in the churches, and you can be in the church right now. He going to allow you for you to see some things, and you will understand what's going on. These, I mean, it ain't just him. You got a lot of people that's, well, let's call. I ain't gonna say. They are putting out there what they have seen in the churches. That's what they're doing. They're whatever, if it's you want to call it mocking, alrighty. They're mocking they're mocking the preachers. They're seeing the alphabet people in the churches. They sent all of these things. The Most High is allowing it. The Most High is cleaning house at the same time with all of this distraction. He's cleaning house. And he's not playing with it. Now, whether, like a lot of us, we all came up in Christianity. That's what we came up in. But there was a measure of respect we had for the Bible, even though we being in Christianity. Oh, but like I said, brothers, once that awakening took place and we understood who we were, we started claiming our book, and we started denouncing what Gentiles and other nations did to our book. The world can't handle that. This is the reason why they was doing what they was doing. I just looked over and seen something, got distracted. This is the reason why certain so-called Black leaders are no longer with us. They were speaking ahead of their time. And the powers that be knew the strength of their voice. They knew the strength of Malcolm. They knew the strength of Martin Luther King. They knew it. They had to be silenced. They knew the power of the brothers and sisters in Africa. And because, hey, they had to keep, in order for them to keep the dirt going on, what they was doing, some lives had to be taken. And hey, they took it. Just like their forefathers in biblical times was sinister to how they knew how to get Israel into on the Most High's bad side. They practiced that, brothers. They practicing right down today. Only thing different is we're in captivity. We're at a much we are in a, I ain't gonna say it now. Previously, let's do it that way. Previously, we were in a worse case situation. That's what we was in. The Most High said, after the 40 years, things are going to change. I'm going to judge the nation, and at the same time, I'm going to get my people prepped for a greater exodus. And all of this is happening all at the same time, brother. This is what's happening. All of this is happening all at the same time. There's a judgment that's happening, and there's a reversal of power. Jacob is about to take a seat. There's a greater exodus that the world has never seen before. There's a cleansing of his own house, and there's a speeding up of time. All of this happening all at one time. Did I mention the awakening? This is what we are experiencing. This is the reason why I say we cannot afford just to be lax or content in this world. Brothers, you may be pretty much well off. You may be. But don't let that, do not let that being content in this system get you hemmed up with the Most High. It's the reason why the Most High called us this the awakening. This is the reason why he said, rise, dry bones. And also in the scriptures, he said, you're about to go home. You're about to go back to your own land. Yeah, and it sounds like can't say a fairy tale. It sounds unbelievable. We've been gone, 400 years? And some of the brothers on that continent, hey, they don't think that we are who we are. When I say we, I'm talking about not we. They're saying our blood is so mixed. That was a conversation. One of them said something about me, and I said, hold on. Y'all got more colonized than anything. So who are you to sit up here and tell me who I am? And you don't even know who these are individuals that still have a white Jesus up on their wall. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Cynthia. Yeah, I mean, but this is what we got to contend with, Sister Cynthia. We have a whole lot we got to contend with. Because the day is going to come. It's already happening, truthfully. They kept us in the basement for so long. The doors are busting off. They're very concerned. They dig in their bunkers. So now, the moment that Israel stands on top, they got to bring in, they will bring in a distraction. They're going to do this. They're going to bring in a distraction that the world will have to take notice of. They're going to do it. They know the big picture. They know the big picture. Yeah, we can sit here and talk about China, Russia, and the United States all day long. But the powers that be, they know exactly where this conversation or this people, where they're headed. You think we're the only ones that has a complete book of our life and what's going to happen? Hey, now, they believe too now. The world believes. But they know exactly, hey, if you want to get rich, you got to share in with keeping Jacob in poverty, keep him in captivity. They know these things, brothers, and they have faith in it because it works. They have faith in it. It works. The people that call themselves us, they know what it takes to keep us in slavery or captivity. Now, you brothers and sisters, remember when our forefathers was in the wilderness. How did they end up in the wilderness? The vast majority of them did not believe in the Most High, although they witnessed. They seen the Most High's hand. Now, let that sink in, brothers. They seen his hand. They seen exactly what the Most High did. They seen in Goshen, they had light. Egypt was stuck in darkness. And how it was like it was darkness. But Goshen had light. And we ain't talking about no spiritual sense. We literally talking about night and day. This is what our forefathers seen. Now, granted, let's bring this up to our time. What are we seeing? Hey, brothers and sisters, we can take this awakening however we want it. But truthfully, when you sit back and you let this awakening really sink in, you be like, man, this is magnificent. A people waking up the way they're awakening up, understanding scriptures, understanding that, hey, these churches lied to us. That's how they kept us in captivity. That is from a religious standpoint. We understand that. They can't handle this knowledge, this understanding that we have. Now, back in slavery time, yeah, they knew. We got a lot of these Negroes. We got to tell them, hey, you serve a lesser God. This is the one you need to be worshiping. His name is Jesus. And God, in the Bible, he's white. And some people say it's not about color. I don't know. I tend to bend another way. Truthfully, we did not come up with the color scheme. We didn't. But why did the Most High, or Yahushua for that matter, deign to describe himself? Why did Solomon deemed it necessary to describe himself? Why was it necessary that Job describe himself? If it wasn't, if color was not an issue. The Most High knew it will be a necessity, because the more we started to understand that Yahushua described himself in the book of Revelation, having hair of wool, feet as brass, and the Most High described himself as in a dark colored, what was that stone? But the stone color, brothers, is like a brownish red. That's the stone, the Most High said. But the world, no, he said, instead of having a hair of wool, he have long Gentile hair. This is what they taught our people. Yahushua, you would think he went in there and had dipping himself into some what do they call that stuff that the Nigerian used to lighten up their skin? This is what the world did. The world made us feel inferior. That's what they did. And don't get me wrong, and it worked. Back in the days, I know some of you brothers and sisters seen Malcolm X when he had all that line in his hair. I mean, what? We got the history books to show it. We, brothers, I'm telling you, we have the history. And the nation, whatever they did, it worked. It worked. We started to hate ourselves deeply, murderously. Yes, we did. We did that to a T. Now, this is the strength that the Most High allowed the nations to have over Israel. And we were the one who took the brunt of all of it. We're the ones that Abraham had that nightmare about. Genesis 15. That was a nightmare for Abraham to see in his dream. We're those people. Along with the distraction, brothers, we, Yah's people, call us chosen. Because we are. We have always been chosen. Before this awakening, we thought the chosen was the whites. That's what we believe that. But at the same time, we start questioning things like, why do we have to suffer so much? What did the Gentile teach us? Hey, you got that curse of Ham upon you. They taught us that. They taught us that. When it's all over said and done, brother, when you really want to get into the blood matter of DNA, they have more of a Ham in them than any one of us. The Hamites, rather. They have it in them. And they try to apply it to us. That's what they did. And it worked. It literally worked. Some of the people that hate you down to the bone, that's the first thing they jump to is the curse of Ham. What did the churches say? The churches said Ham was the father to progenitor of the dark races. What was Jacob? I mean, not Jacob. What was Japheth? And then you had Shem. They had to portray them as a lighter color. And then they used this understanding. The further north, excuse me, the further north they went, the lighter they became. Man, if you don't get up out of with that dumb stuff. If any one of you went up to Alaska and stayed in Alaska all your life, you go still be black. Your hair is not going to straighten out just because it's cold. But this is what the world pushed out now. And to a certain degree, some of us believe that. But now we go back into the Horites. Who started blending their DNA with the Horites? That's that DNA. That's that information they do not want you to have, because the Horites did not have a bloodline to any of Noah's 3 sons. They didn't. The only person who gave his DNA over to the other nation was Esau. Mainly his grandson, Zepho. And the nations, and for what Esau did, now, brothers, if you study history, you start to look at, let's go to Italy. That's where he started his thing, Zepho, Greece, Italy. And they knew, hey, there's some blood relations there. But if you bring that up, to this very day, brother, Italy, they do not like dark colored people. They do not. The Italians, especially the ones in Sicily, they are of Esau. And that hatred is deep. The African Americans, the first thing they said, we would, what is that thing called, that vegetable? And I never did like it, but that's what they call us. But we take it and we keep it moving. That's the one thing we do. This world woke up, I ain't gonna say woke up, has always been sinister. Has always been sinister. But the world started to gain more and more power. And the Most High allowed it. just like shoot, Pharaoh. Just like Pharaoh, the Most High allowed him to rule. The Most High allowed him to take those babies, cast them over to alligators, trying to find out who is this one that's going to save. And hey, Pharaoh knew what was being said to him was going to come true. He knew this. And this ain't the first time this happened. Truthfully, brothers, it happened, well, 2 times, but then there was a third time. There was a third time where this happened. First time in Egypt. Second time when Yahushua came on the scene. Yeah, Herod put out that thing, kill the babies from 1 to 2 years old. I believe it was 2 years old. Take them. And they did it. The Most High allowed that. The third time, brothers, that was our forefathers during slavery. This is the feeding of those kids, our forefathers, to these alligators. The Most High is holding receipts, brothers, right as we speak. Pharaoh knew exactly that was going to happen. So what? Need to but Moses, we all know that that was his generation. And the Most High knew exactly, all right, save this child. He knew exactly how to do it. There was nothing that was going to happen to that child. Tribulation? Yeah, he gonna go through some tribulation. He gonna learn obedience by the things he suffered. And brothers and sisters, what makes you think that we are different? You know what, Sister Cynthia? And you may have a point. I'm going to tell you this. I think they're a tad bit too late, sis. I do. Because truthfully, I believe with this awakening, and you know, we all know things are going to get way worse than what they are right now. They went and played, they played their hand, and they're playing it right as we speak. But when the Most High says to his people, and he unleashes that authority upon his people to do things greater than Yahushua did, that's going to be a whole different ball game. It's going to be different. It's going to be absolutely mind-boggling. It's going to be a change. It's going to be, whew, the world cannot miss this. The world will not miss it. The world is going to realize, hey, no, they will have to recognize the Most High is upon his people. He has turned his attention back upon his people. And you know what? Now, on that 144,000, Sister Cynthia, they had to lie about that too. They tried to bogart themselves into a group of men that they claiming that, hey, we are of the 12 tribes. But then at the same time, like I said, brothers, they say it's not about the color. Truthfully, it's not, but it is. It is. Because, like I said, Solomon described himself. Job described himself. The Most High described himself. Yahushua described himself. It was a necessity for them to describe themselves. The world, way before we woke up, was saying the color doesn't matter. And what did our people fall upon? They fell upon the sword, saying that color does not matter. Hold on, sis. They stated that. They stated it to ban it when they knew They were too late. Oh yeah, they absolutely says please. The party was opened up with the party and we left. They came up showing up. It was too late. And you know, just like Pharaoh says, and the nations from biblical time, that our people were trying their best to be like, the Most High knew. And this, like I said, it goes back to Abraham. He's seen it. He's seen it before. Because truthfully, brothers and sisters, and like I was saying about the apocrypha, if I never would have read the apocryphers, I would not have known that Abraham had 12 sons total. Total. That's what he had. Now, the world would tell you that Ishmael was Muslim. There's nowhere in the Bible that he was Muslim. Nowhere. Abraham was encouraging his sons to stay with the Most High. Now, granted, yeah, Abraham knew about the twins. He knew about them. I tell you, brothers, the apocryphers, yeah, that's the one. And unfortunately, that's the one where when you talk about the apocryphers, if you're talking to your families, oh, they're not even trying to look at the apocryphers. Because what? The church knew we need to get inside their heads. We need to get inside their head. Don't even look at this book. Don't even try to dibble or dabble in this book, because that book explains exactly who they are and how sinister they has always been. They had to bring in the improvements of the distraction. What is this? The so-called 2026? Okay, this is their year. This is their year. We understand, because truthfully, brothers, before this awakening, for the vast majority of us, we thought these years was coming. When it's all over said and done, brothers, when the Most High once he truthfully set matters straight, that's that shift. That's that shift we are really truthfully waiting for. We're already preaching the laws are not done away with. We're preaching that. We believe in that. We're holding on to it. We're standing on it. When it's all over said and done, we stumped on it. You're not going to change this awakening of this people's minds. This is the stuff they taught. Now, Yahushua knew that, hey, we was going to lose our way. He knew this. He said, woe to those that does not follow my Father's law. Who was those laws written for? Written for each and every last one of us. Who experienced those woes? We did. Whether we knew it or not, we witnessed those woes. Those woes came down on us, brothers. Why do you think the world is looking for us to speak up on a lot of protests that's going out now? Because we came to a sense. Shut up. That's what we did. We shut up. The world got upset. And when we shut up with this awakening, we started to realize we have a power. We never realized that. When the Most High said you have the power of life and death in your tongue, that power, brothers, please. That's a power we should be recognizing right as we are living today. In the world, please. And like I said, the powers that be do not want us to wait to that. They want us to keep us, they want to keep us in slavery. Hey, the devil is saying, give them money, allow them to own some land, but never say they don't have to pay taxes. You're never owning anything in captivity. You're not owning anything. I don't care how they thinking they can maneuver things, brothers and sisters. This is Satan's system. Shabbat shalom, Sister Van P. I'm glad you came in, sister. You are not owning anything in Satan's system. Period. What we have in captivity, brothers, is just absolutely borrowed. It's borrowed. You didn't see our forefathers leaving Egypt. Talking they own some land there. They had their own land. But due to a vast majority of Israelites being, what's the word? Unfaithful, not trusting the Most High, after they've even seen his mighty hand, after seeing his mighty hand, they got themselves hemmed up. They died in the wilderness. They seen it. And yet and still, they walked about as if the Most High did not exist or was not going to protect them. Where that attitude came from, brothers and sisters, I don't know. But this is the judgment that the Most High brought upon our forefathers that died in the wilderness. And now think about that for a moment. How they seen what we never witnessed. We never witnessed that, brothers. And for us to wake up and we realize the Most High has woken me up or you up, we're talking about on a personal level, and you grabbed it. You grabbed a hold to that awakening. You believe. You move, you live, you walk in this belief. Something that our forefathers did not hold to. Think about that for a moment. You woke up, you believe, you're holding on to your belief. You got to be making the Most High's heart rejoice by means of your choice of action. You deciding to hold on to faith. Brothers and sisters, we did not see the thing the Most High did for his people coming out of Egypt. They did. We only right now can imagine what was done by means of what we read. Now, and two, we can imagine what the Most High is going to do in the very near future. Now, granted, the Most High said, I'm going to do this here. Touch not my anointing. If you touch him, I'm going to hem you up. They touched the Most High people. The Most High describes his anger. Brothers, I don't even think the movies, along with AI, can come up with any graphic destruction of the Most High. Because he said, these people he loves and he's going to redeem. The nations has had thousands of years or control over his people, which he handed us over to the nations. He handed us over to the nations. Now that time, and brother, it's elapsed. The Most High said the curses that was upon his people, put them upon the nation. Brother, that ain't no 100-year prophecy from this day going forward. That's happening right as we speak. That is happening right as we speak. You're having an awakening of a people that, like I said, brother, Pharaoh knew of this prophecy of this leader, this leader of the Hebrews. He knew of it. Herod knew of someone coming through that bloodline of Israel. They knew it. And like what Sister Cynthia said, brothers, please, they know of this awakening. We're just not one. It's a remnant of us. A remnant. Maybe a small number, but check this out though. It's the point that Yahushua said, you're going to do things greater than these. Well, and then I ain't gonna say whether. We being a remnant, when I say remnant, I'm talking about here, four corners of the earth. We are a remnant as a people compared to the world. There are more population of the other nations, put it that way. We're the smallest. The most tortured people. That's us. But like the Most High said, reverse it. Speed up time and reverse it. Reverse these curses off of my people. The world continued to talk about Greenland, World War III, going into some land and doing what they going to do. They can talk about that too, and they blew in the face. But like I have always said, brothers, this is about Yasharel taking a seat. Yasharel, there was video, brothers. There was a young white boy, young boy, and he was like a early teens. He did a video, kind of, eloquent, educated child, and he laid it down. He said, everybody has to go to Africa to get what they need. He said, why is it that the world cannot see that this is the next world power? Breaking down some of the things he was saying. But he recognized Africa is about to be a world power. Now, he may be thinking it from a fleshly standpoint, but from a fleshly to a spiritual, he's on point. He's on point. Do you recall when Joseph was second to the king in Egypt? That scenario, brothers, is right before us. But he won't be second. Yeah, you're right, sis. Shoes. Sis. I know I was talking, let me see. And I was talking about, interracial relationships. And I was stating that, and your brother who may be married to a Gentile, she not gonna sit in no seat of Jacob, scripturally speaking. Period. But a sister that is of Israel, yes. Mm-hmm. Sit right there with her husband. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And some brothers and sisters didn't like that, whatever situation may be. Don't get mad at me. Read the scriptures. Get mad at the Most High Yah. Get upset at Yahushua. So now, when we wake up to the scriptures. We're not trying to circumvent. We're not trying to put an ease to it. We hold to it. Once you woke, you know exactly how you need to walk. It's real then. Now, any other time before that, that was grace. There was grace added to your ignorance. Added to our ignorance, rather. Now, you do have some brothers out here saying, this nation over here the tribe of somebody, the tribe of so-and-so. And brothers and sisters, I do not hold to that. Because the Most High said that we was going to be least of all the nation. Wherever we went to, we will be least of those people. Now, but some brothers saying that this particular country is the tribe of so-and-so. This is the tribe of so-and-so. This is the tribe of so-and-so. Brothers, no, I do not believe that at all. I do not. Because so now you're taking us. You take, who are the Gentiles then? Because now they recognize Esau. They recognize Esau as one. No, Esau ain't all white now. And all black folks are not all Israel. Trust and believe. When you wake up to who you are, you know who you are because the Most High woke you up. He woke you up. Now, if you may, let's just say hypothetically speaking, that you do have one who's black. I ran up on, man, I ain't gonna say I ran up on this brother, but this brother explained his DNA. And he said he's not of Israel. He clearly said it, but he teaches the word. And let's just say hypothetically speaking, because trust and believe this, brothers and sisters. I don't trust DNA. I don't. Because I look at all the tests and things that they did and brothers and sisters, trust and believe. When we're thinking about going out here trying to make a living, take care of our families and things, they sitting behind desks and having dark conversations about us. They having dark conversations about us. They don't have to get up here, get out there and take care of their family. They got money or whatever situation sitting to the side to do whatever they want. They having a conversation about us. Ain't nothing changed from the time the Most High told his people, do not be like the nations. They having conversation about us, how to maneuver things, how to manipulate things. We sitting on a throne. In order for us to maintain this throne, these people here, we got to keep them muzzled. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. They're not worrying about getting them to go take care of their families. We are. We're thinking about not just our family. We're looking at somebody who a poor soul. We're trying to help this person over here. We look at some things that they have done. We say, no, that ain't right. We speak up. But yet and still, the more we speak up, the more we get hemmed up. This is our history. This is what they have done. This is what they have practiced against us. Bump the world. They understand and they know exactly who you are and the strength that you hold. They know the strength that you hold. They're scared of it. They're absolutely scared. You're thinking, brothers and sisters, the Most High he opens their minds too. They read the scriptures. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Their God has said he's going to do this here. Yahushua said they're going to do things greater than what he did. Wait a minute now. If we just go ahead and take for what it is. Now, the Most High did say that he's not totally going to abandon his people. The world understands that, and they see that. They know this. These people that have done some great things in captivity. You go, brothers, do you think that they do not know or recognize or seen what we have done? They just stole, let me just say, let's just inventions. They took it, stole it. That's what they did. And they painted their faces right there. From the inventions of our forefathers all the way up to the Most High Yah. They had to paint their pictures and put things in place. Hey, if it's a lie, they maintain the lie. They maintain the lie. And when we woke up, when the Most High woke us up, rather, when he woke us up, Shalom, shalom. I'm sorry. Yeah, you be safe out there, Brother Robert. When we woke up, well, I'm sorry, when the Most High woke us up, it became very dangerous. It became very dangerous. Everything that they have used against us, division, lies, has been sinister. The Most High said that they was going to trample his people. Brothers, a lot of us got a lot of dirt on us. We've been trampled. But what the Most High said? He said, I'm going to redeem my people. He knows exactly what the world has done. Yeah, right now you got brothers in captivity because it was prophesied, Luke chapter 21, the days of Lot. Oh, yes, it's affecting Israel. It is affecting Israel. Brothers walking around here with high heels on, claiming they're in love with Billy and Bob. This was prophesied. These things are happening right as we speak. When I say, brothers, the world is using Israel for its selfish gain. Trust and believe it is doing it. I mean, it went all the way up into the political realm. And guess why? Who do you think is pushing that agenda? The devil. He knows, all right, 2 men can't make no baby. He knows 2 women can't make no baby. So if he can push that agenda and get Israel so caught up in sin, eventually that seed will die out. That's the devil's motion. That's the devil's move. You too, brother, or you be safe out there. He knows exactly what he's doing, what he's manipulating, and what he has manipulated. He knows this thing, these things rather. And now you got the people that's sitting there because he know, brothers, we would, let me put it this way. The position that these men or nation are in, where all they do is concentrate on you, they understand and they study scripture. This is what's about to happen. Revelation 12, this is where the devil is highly upset. He went off. He couldn't get to Yahusha. And what did the scripture say? He went off and maintained war against her seed. So now, that's you, that's us. This is what he did, and he went straight sinister. The moment when they started take our people, and it started, that was the starting of the engine. The destruction of Jerusalem. That was the start of a trampling of the people, a major trampling. And it got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger till we started, hey, we had to break camp. Our forefathers had to break camp. Got situated over there in West Africa, Angola, Nigeria, all over there, until this transatlantic slave trade kicked in. The scriptures, brothers, the Most High, his word must be fulfilled. It had to be fulfilled. That's what happens, or happened rather. And all of this, brothers, the stuff that they didn't think was important, and I'm talking about the nations, they felt, hey, we don't have to worry about this. But what did they do? They went over to the continent and changed a lot of things. That's what they did. Now, this is the start of their understanding. Hey, we need to put up some markers. Because if we're going to take over lands, we need to leave some lies behind. Yeah, it went straight sinister, brothers, and they did. They was good at lying now. That's one thing. They was very good. I mean, like Yahushua said, you're the father. You're from your father, and you do the deeds of your father. And this is what the nations has done. They'll walk around, clean cut, nice suit, talk kind and pleasant, but dark within. We dark outside anyway, but it's the light that's inside of us that matters. This is what they do not want us to know. When I say they went straight sinister, brothers, yes, they did. And it's steadily going sinister. Let's go with the cartoons. This is the communication they use and the distraction with cartoons. All the cartoon characters, brothers, I'm telling you, if it's not about color, why is all these superheroes white? Well, back in the days. Now, they started putting a few blacks in there now. Yeah, they did. But they didn't understand. Oh, wait a minute. We put them in there. They're going to do some things. Oh, you can't have them pushing at a whole lot of black characters out there. They're going to start thinking a certain way. They're going to start to realize something. Brother, they're a tad bit too late. They're a tad bit too late. And truthfully, the strength of the mind of Negroes starts in Babylon. The strength of Negroes starts in the mind with brothers and sisters in Babylon. It seems like that it starts here and then it gets dispersed. Because they got to keep us on a short leash. That's what they have done. Let me say this, Sister Cynthia. That is their superpower. And it worked. It worked for thousands of years. It worked. But when we woke up, we started slinging swords. We start understanding the scripture. When the Most High woke us up, when I say woke us, I'm talking about brothers and sisters. He woke up every scripture that was inside of our heads, where we had an understanding of it. Now, all of the strength that the nations had, their lies. Now, it's like Sister Cynthia, their lies. We shooting them down. Oh, and along with these nations, now, mind you, the nations now, they starting to go in. They starting to explain who these Negroes in America are. And again, I'm going to fall back on this, brothers. Why is the world so concerned with these Negroes in America that's in the belly of the beast? Now, don't get me wrong. Babylon is all over the world. But these Negroes that is of Israel, it's something special about these Negroes. And they very well know what is about to be unleashed. They know what's about to be unleashed. World War III, brothers, and this great tribulation is going to be great. Okay. But fear of us in a trip, no, brothers, that's one thing we should not be entertaining. Fear of this great tribulation, that judgment is for the world. The lie, their superpower, brother, it's already been exposed. A lot of things is being exposed. Brothers and sisters, when I was a child, coming up as a Jehovah's Witness, you didn't hear the world talking about Thanksgiving being a day of murdering. You didn't. When I was no, and you didn't find people around here talking about you shouldn't be celebrating Christmas. But when we woke up, brother, please, Israel's talking about Thanksgiving, how much of a sin it is, and Christmas and things. When we woke up, you ain't gonna tell me there was not a change in the money situation when it comes to Black Friday, these Christmas and all that. I know their money was hit because we woke up. And see, the more this awakening continues to go, money, brother, please, it start to shrink back. And it got to happen this way, brothers. The Most High knows the engine, the people that maneuvers, maneuver money, and it's us. That's the scripture that goes right along with it. And the nations is doing it. The nation is doing it. But like I've always said, brothers, we got to get away from that. We got to get away from it. Because, truthfully, we are hemming ourselves up when we give into this world, moving money around, that is. And see, now, we already know what the world has done to us, the tests, the experiments, and things of that nature. And like I said, this is the reason why I do not believe the DNA. I mean, don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. I mean, in my awakening, I did 3 of them to see what they were being the same. And yeah, they was the same. It was the same. And but I still don't trust it, because DNA is not going to circumvent the scriptures. The spirit of the Most High is not. The Most High knows the depth of your blood. He knows exactly who you belong to. Period. The nations did what they did. And brothers, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, they did your blood. What did the nations do? They did so much experimenting on brothers and sisters. It is unbelievable. What? HIV? We all know that was a planned thing. Like they did syphilis. Same thing. Did it change some of the brothers and sisters' blood? Possibly. The Most High knows his people. And for brothers and sisters going ahead doing that and holding faith in what man, or brothers, 9 times out of 10, it was a Gentile that came up with it. E1, B1, A and things, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Some brothers believe in it like it's the Torah. You cannot put man above the Most High off the top. Because man said, hey, this is the tribe of Israel. Who bloodline are you comparing it to? This is just my concern when it comes to bloodlines. And don't get me wrong, brother. I mean, like I said, I did mine. Short, I was on my grandmother's side, I was I'm what did they call it? Igbo. Father's side, Yoruba. But when it's all over said and done, the Most High got his people on lock. He knows exactly who they are. Because, brothers, when this awakening, not the awakening, when this Exodus take place, yeah, you're gonna see some people that look like us. They're not going to be us. Because we all know that the nations thought that Paul was an Egyptian. He had to correct them. He said, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. I'm an Israelite. Because they look so much alike. Now, I seen that picture where they They call this Jesus. When the angel told Joseph, "Hey, go into Egypt and hide in amongst Egypt." Now, what the world did, I mean, what the brothers did. Listen now, he's hiding amongst the people, and he's white, and the Egyptians are black, and we know how the world went in. Like I said, they painted a picture. They went into Egypt. They knew what they needed to do. They knew they had to change the people's color in order to maintain, like you said, Sister Cynthia, to maintain the lie. They knew they had to change that name, change the color in order to maintain that lie. Now, all of a sudden, he went from being Hebrew to an olive-colored Arab. Why is it that the world is fighting to maintain the lie? Because they understand we woke up. And you know what, sister? Now that's a known fact that they own a vast majority of the DNA companies. And then what's killing about it, sis, that was it 2 years ago? It was against the law for those people to do a DNA test. It was against the law for them to do a DNA test. Their own invention came back and slapped them in the face. And when people, when their people start doing their DNA tests, they kind of find they're getting the results back telling me they so-and-so 100% Jewish. What? There's no Jewish bloodline out there. But this is what they had. You said this earlier. Their superpower is a lie, and their lie is getting caught up. History is showing itself. Now, they say they don't want to believe the Bible. Don't believe it. History comes right back there and slap them in the face. That's what history is doing. They lied so much, brothers, I tell you, it is unbelievable. But now, hey, the time is coming. The time is here. They're getting judged for it. The devil is highly upset because he recognized that his time is very short. He has an understanding of this awakening. He knows, hey, these people are about to leave from up under my spirit or his breath or his system. The Most High said the healing starts for Israel when all of Israel is in their own land. That's when the healing starts for our nation. The nations knew we need to break these people up. These people need to be scattered, lied to like there was no the lie had to go deep. And brothers, when I say we, please, we went in it. We went in on it. Willingly or unwillingly, we went in. It happened to us. And the world dug its foot into our neck. That's what they did. But now, with all of their improvement on distractions and lies and things of that nature, brothers, the Most High is acting right now. He's showing his mighty hand against their mighty lie. That's what's happening. The Most High said, whatever the world has done in the darkness, it should come to the light. There's a lot of darkness, brother, that's still out there. There's a lot of darkness that's out there that the world is about to get itself hemmed up. But it's moving in a way as if they have power. They got to act. I mean, you're talking about actors. Along with the lie that they practice, brother, they actors. They act out the lie. This is what the world has done. They're acting out the lie and getting themselves hemmed up. And they love in the lie. They live in the lie. Brother, when people say, oh, I'm living my best life, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. This is one thing Israel should never say. Living my best life. You think about that for a moment. There's nothing best about this. The only thing that we would call a blessing is the fact that the Most High woke us up. Your best life starts with this greater exodus. Well, I mean, what? With this awakening, the greater exodus, and being on your own land. Those are your best lives. Whether death comes in, hey, you have a resurrection. Oh, that's it. The best is yet to come. This right here, this is the rumbling. This is the Most High's rumbling of the nations. Israel is waking up. We're starting to see things. We're starting to believe. We're understanding things. And the beliefs that we have, brothers and sisters, yes. This is what we're doing. This is what the Most High has always wanted to see from Israel. As a people believing, and yet who has not witnessed any physical, anything physical with their eyes from the Most High. We believe and yet have not seen. This is what he was looking for. And this is what he is absolutely getting from his people with this awakening. With these last days, brothers, we have to be very cautious. It's because it's out there on the media. There's so many different things out there in the media, brother. It can be overwhelming. You can have a thing out there saying, are you dangerously anointed and things of that nature. You got a lot of stuff out there that's dealing with our book, our Bible. And then you got individuals out there claiming, hey, these people are not Israel. On what these Negroes are saying, no, I can debunk everything they're saying. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something about this awakening. When the Most High wake you up, that's the Most High who has woke you up. You know exactly who you are. Hold on to it as if you were those two spies. You don't cut off the Most High's hands. That's a very dangerous thing to do. We hold on to his hand. He's going to see you through. He's going to see you through. Yes, this awakening is absolutely dangerous for the world. It is. It is absolutely. This is not the thing that the devil wants to see. But we're that people. We are those people he came up against. We are the descendants of the ones that he came after and still fighting right down to this day. If he got to dress Israel up to keep them, to have Israel accustomed to a system, he has done it. The Most High is saying, come out of her. This is what the Most High is saying to each and every last one of us. Come out of her if you do not want to share her judgment. The Most High he knows your strength. He knows your weakness. He knows who he woke up. That's one thing he do know. So we can't shy away from this if we wanted to. And don't get me wrong. I seen like maybe 2 or 3 that made their videos and they talking about the reason why they left. And this is what they said now. This is the reason why they left the truth. This is what this brother and 2 sisters said these things. Why they left the truth. Oh, see, that's brothers. When you state something like that, you know it's the truth, and you said this is the reason why you left the truth. You know it's the truth, but you left it. That, and I'm just saying, that can be a very dangerous situation to put yourselves in. Maintain your truth. Maintain your truth. Those days of being a lonely road, they're gone. They're gone. You know exactly how things are transpiring, what type of contact you have with different brothers and sisters. Hey, we may not be like a church, but you do have association with brothers and sisters. Maintain that. This is what the Most High is asking us to do. Hold on. The change is not coming. The change is already here. That those days are coming, please. The days are here. This world is hemmed up. We're not. This is that type of speech that would have gotten our forefathers deleted, to which they did. But they can't stop it now. The Most High, he's standing on it. My people want to speak. If my people do not speak, I will cause these rocks to speak for them. This is what the Most High said now. If we did not speak, he said he will cause these rocks to speak. That's how serious it is. We must let the world know who we are. Brothers and sisters, Sister Cynthia, Sister Van P, you other brothers and sisters. We are the good news. This awakening is the good news. This is the coming kingdom. We are the coming kingdom. I tell you, this coming kingdom is this is what the world don't want. The world had its opportunity to prove itself. It did what it did. Hashatan, the devil, the Most High gave him an opportunity to prove his complaint against the Most High. The Most High has given him adequate time to prove his point. And he was talking about how conniving we were. We only served him out of a selfish heart. This is what he did. And the Most High allowed him to prove his point. The nations had their chance or time to prove their point. The nations had an opportunity to repent, to turn around, but they didn't. The devil gave them, the nation, power. The nation, and he also, he lied to the nations, and the nations chose to maintain the lie. They was good at what they did. That's their superpower. The Most High was willing to forgive them, but she was unwilling. Now they got themselves hemmed up in a judgment that is unrevocable. An unrevocable judgment is upon the nations, and as well as the devil. Jacob's still going to sit down. Jacob just had to go through some discipline. That's what Jacob had to go through. Brothers, the world got itself hemmed up. Now, before I close out, brother, let me play this song. And this is I Am That I Am.
Change me. The earth groans beneath my feet. They change me. They changed my name, my word, my glory, and called it light. But it was laced with lies. Now the foot of Yah stands on earth. This is the path of judgment and fire.
They changed me, the eternal one, the ancient of days.
They painted my face, twisting my grace, and told the world I'm just another god in the race.
They changed my son, Yahusha the mighty one. The Lion of Judah turned to a lamb they could run from. They changed my people, Israel, scattered and sold. Made kings into slaves, turned prophets into gold. The world dressed up, sin in holy robes. Took my Sabbath, flipped my codes. They took my covenant and made it their own. But I still see Zion, I still know my own. They changed me. They changed my son, but his blood remains. They changed my people, changed my people. The fire's the same. I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the jumping of my mighty hand, I stand on that. Hey. For the wrath and the path that they laughed, I stand on that. Hey. Heaven shakes when my foot hits the land, I stand on that. Hey. They thought they could erase me, but I am back. My glory they tried to hide. They said I was silenced, but I thunder in clouds. They mocked my prophets, now the trumpets get loud. Hey, they call me Lord, but forgot my name. Yahweh, the flame, the unchanging, untamed. They buried my truth in cathedrals and halls. But I'm breaking their altars, tearing down walls. Yeah, my word was twisted, my people were shamed. But I wrote every line, they can't change my name. My spirit moves in the broken, the bruised. The chosen rise though the world's confused. The meek will speak what the proud refused. For my judgment is love and my wrath is truth. You changed the sun, but the stone still cries. Yeah. You changed the tongue, but the truth won't die. Yeah. You changed the books, but I still write sky. Now my people awaken, dry bones rise. You touch my anointed, mocked my plan, played with the covenant, called it man. But I am Yah, the consuming fire. The world's a stage, and I'm the choir. They changed me, but I never changed. They changed my son, but his blood remains. They changed my people, they changed my people. The fire's the same. I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the judgment of my mighty hand, I stand on that. Hell, for the wrath and the path that they laughed, I stand on that. Heaven shakes when my foot hits the land, I stand on that. They thought they could erase me, but I am back. I see my sons and daughters rise. With fire in their eyes, they recognize the name above all names. Yeah, no other can claim that throne. No lie can change that star. My people return from the ends of the seas. The tears are prayers, the chains are keys. I'm lifting the veil, restoring the line. The covenant breathes, the promise is mine. The world made me common, I made it holy. They crowned their kings, I wrote my story. Now nations tremble, temples fall. For I am Yah, the all in all. They changed me, but I never changed. Hey, they changed my son, but his blood remains. Hey, they changed my people, but fire's the same. Yeah, I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the jumping of my mighty hand, I stand on that way. For the wrath and the path that they laughed at, I stand on that. Hey, heaven shakes when my foot hits the land, I stand on that. Hey, I stand on that. Hey.
You know, brother, before I head out, I want to, and I think you, well, let me do it this way. We understand that everything about us, all the way up to the Most High, they changed everything. And then for the family members, this is where some of our family members have a problem at, because we've been in captivity so long, they just don't see us as those people right now. They don't see us as being descendants of Israel. And because we have a lot of things that we got to contend with. Now, I wrote a song. I haven't did no, because I wrote it's quite a few. And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to orchestrate the videos out for these songs, because I wanted to do a live speaking about sickness, just straight sickness, whether it be cancer, whatever that's afflicting our people, and for us to understand the strength of our thoughts, our speech, and how that we, according to what the Most High said, how we can believe and we start to heal ourselves. It starts in the mind, brothers, when it's all over said and done. What got our people hemmed up in the wilderness? It was a lack of belief. And the Most High condemned them to die in that wilderness of that generation. Only Caleb and Joshua was the only ones who went to made it through to the promised land, because they believed in the Most High. They did not cut the Most High hand off. Whatever that they have seen, the works of the Most High from Caleb and Joshua, it affected them. The sad thing about it is the 10, they kept dibbling and dabbling around doubt, and it cost them. They kept on entertaining doubt. And the reason why I'm saying this, brother, because if we do not put ourselves in faith-based I ain't gonna say scenario, situation mentally, we'll be just like them. We may find ourselves getting hemmed up. But this is the reason why I say, brothers, that mind, brothers, it's the mindset. If we do not maintain that mindset of who we are and where we came from and where we are going, we're going to find ourselves getting hemmed up. The Most High did not just wake us up just for to waste your time. He woke us up so that we have the opportunity to stand before him and receive life everlasting, period. When it's all over said and done, that's what this awakening is about. They changed him, but and as if that he changed up himself. This is what the world painted. They had us believe in this until we woke up. The Most High had to wake up himself first and foremost to let the world know who he is. Then came us. And this is the reason why we're seeing things going down the way it is absolutely going down. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're witnessing. And like I said, brothers, I'm trying to put together these. I got the music. I wrote the music and things of that nature. I just really hope that the music, like the world, what the world did, we know that rap, brothers and sisters, was the worst thing. Well, I ain't gonna say rap itself, but the lyrics of rap, how it damaged people, especially us. Although we have seen some hideous things, but the more you talk about those things, the stronger the devil becomes. The stronger the devil has become. And when the devil gets stronger than a people, who suffers? The people. We suffered. We suffered. And what did they use? They used music. Why? The world understands. If you really want to get to a people, go through music. Go through music. It's going to move people. And for those ones that knows what music does, brother, please. When it's Christmas time, notice when you're going through the mall, these stores, they got you feeling a certain way. Have a happy, what was it? It was some Christmas song, and it made you feel like you were joyous and things of that nature. Listen to it. It's geared to put you up under some type of spell. That's what it's geared for. When you're watching a movie and you get into an exciting part, pay attention to the music in the background. Pay attention to the music in the background. It's going to get you what's the word? Kind of anxious, and at the same time excited when something major is happening, because they know the power of music, brothers. They know the power of music, and especially that of Israel. We are nothing but a people full of music. Who was a musician? King David played the harp. When the Israelite crossed over out of Egypt, Miriam and all of them, they were singing and dancing. We get on the world scene and we entertain the world. There's a strength in it, brothers. And this is to any brothers and sisters out there that's doing music and things. Do music to encourage your brothers and sisters in order to lift our brothers and sisters' spirit and to maintain their righteous stand before the Most High. This is what we supposed to do. And when it's all over said and done, Israel, you brothers, you're hidden every nation with any and everything in our power to do when it comes to this awakening and with the glorification of the Most High. Nothing would be untouched. You got brothers and sisters that they hit every angle, from music to little short films. The world is knowing who the Most High is and who we are and who Yahushua is. This is what we're supposed to do. Brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there, especially with this weather. And like Sister Linda Cross said, she said, keep warm out there, because it is absolutely cold. And however, they saying that this storm is supposed to be, very strong. And so, I mean, for those that can, check up on loved ones and things of that nature, because they did say that some people will experience electrical outage and things of that nature. But yet and still, brothers and sisters, let us continue to pray for our brothers and sisters that may be in affected areas. And on that note, brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. Keep one another in your prayers. Continue to raise the Most High very high. Because truthfully, when it's all over said and done, his name is going to be put, respect is going to be put back on his name. And he's going to show the world who you are to him. Shalom.